at home and anywhere you are watching us. It is Education Updates on Independent Television, and I am your regular host of this program. My name is Gabriel Zachary, and of course we are at a time where we will not say we no longer hear the adoptions and kidnapping of students in school. We're at a time where we would say, we will no longer say that our schools are completely safe. We are at a time when we will not say it is uhuru yet when it comes to safety in school. And of course, way back May the 29th, 2015, Nigerian signed the Safe School Declaration, an international commitment that expresses support for protecting students, teachers, and their schools. And in line with that, the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense has, in fact, had a new commander in that regard, and he's the new commandant of the National Safe School Response Coordination Center, Nscdc. He is no any other person. He's my guest today, but Commandant Hamid Abodun. You're welcome.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me.
Anytime they talk about school safety, I'm delighted. As long as students can go to school and they are safe, I'm delighted. I'm happy. You know, it's the environment. It's safe for study. I'm happy. You know, and so it was a cheering news when the GC, the Commandant General of the Nscdc, you know, appointed you as the new commandant of the National Safe School Response Coordination Center. What does this portend for you?
Well, to me, thank you very much. It's not only you that will be delighted if schools are safe. Definitely everybody will be delighted, including me. And if it is otherwise, we are also challenged, saddened by such development. When I was appointed a few days ago, it occurred to me that I now have a serious task at hand. We have to also do more than what has been done before. We have to keep on improving on. There's no static perfection about safety, and safe school is not different. We have to keep on improving on it. Having more stakeholders engagement, getting more people involved, getting more stakeholders involved, because the worst form of insecurity, the worst form, research has shown that is the feeling that you are not secure. But if you are not secure, you cannot be any. If you are just feeling, not really that you are not secure, but you are just having the feeling that I am not probably secure, you won't be able to do anything. In fact, you won't be able to go and worship God. If you are having the feeling that you are not secure, we are able to sit down in this studio now talking because we feel that nothing will happen. But if you are having the feeling that look where I am going, no matter what benefit you are going to reap from it, if you are not feeling good about going there, so it portends the new development that we have to also do more than whatever we have been doing.
All right, just a few days into office, have we been able to assess how bad is the situation, or rather, what strides have been made?
Well, I think in the last few days, what I've been doing is to also look at it. Of course, I wasn't really far from it before, because as a civil defender, as security operative, everybody is conscious of the fact that our environment, particularly our schools, have to be safe. All I've been doing is to also see which area of improvement that we can also see and work on. And the Commandant General, Dr. Ahmed Abubakar Odi, has also given us a marching order that this time around, you have to take this idea of safe school to even the beneficiary, the primary beneficiary, that is the children. You have to also give them some skills, because research has also shown that the best form of security is the one you provide for yourself. Not that you are going to carry gun and be chasing armed robbers or bandits about, but you are able to, be vigilant enough and to provide timely information so that, help can come if there is any threat, level. So the what I would say I've been doing is to also see how we are going to go about that, getting everybody on board, the teachers, the children, the community members, everybody. Because the idea of safe schools declaration is to bring all schools and universities, on board. That is how it is put, all schools and universities, which means that it's not going to be limited to our primary, secondary schools. We will also go to our tertiary institutions and see what we can also do to calm the situation where we have issues. And not necessarily that we are going to wait until bandits or insurgents or whoever is threatening the school. Even within the school, there are a lot of threats. The bullying is there, cultism is there, and a lot of other things that we need to look at. In 2014, a research was carried out by the National Population Commission, talking about violence against children, and the result is so frightening that probably of every 10 children, 6 are under that kind of 60% of the violence being meted against children, and these are school children as well. So, if having that kind of background, we have to reduce whatever is threatening the life of the children, whatever is threatening the existence of good education without fear. We have to look into it. That is what we have been doing, trying to look at what actually can be done better than what we have been doing.
Okay, as a security outfit, usually when we talk about security, we always think in the line of arms and ammunition, but in this regard, you're talking about education and enlightenment, and I don't know, without letting the cat out of the bag, and of course some issues of security, you will not have to explain some of the modalities, but I want to know what form of enlightenment and some kind of education you want to give beyond, we seeing your men, physically present in schools.
Well, it is not, actually security is not always, let me say, it is not only
connected and non-connected.
The connected, non-connected, and that without being, without sounding, immodest, shooting guns and all that. Everybody does that, including armed robbers. It is also a skill, But you can, when you even carry the gun, you should know when you want to shoot. You should know who to shoot. So it is not about carrying gun about and all that. And even at the Ministry of Education level, all these weapons can be so frightening to those people that we will say we want to also protect. I mean, particularly the children. Not many of them will see gun and still be comfortable, sit down. But what we are saying is that when you have the appropriate skill to identify threats, before it will require, bringing guns, bringing weapons, that skill would have also told the stakeholders. The school safety program is not about civil defense alone. The center we are talking about, we have other security agencies at the center. The military, the police, the DSS, and stakeholders. Ministry of Education, we are all there collaborating, working together to see what else can we do to ensure that our children, they don't go to school while they are afraid, and we are also, as parents, we also know that look, when they go, they are going to come back safely. So what I'm saying is that it is not about providing physical protection alone. It is about involving those stakeholders to tell you what are they sensing. But there are some that you are going to just go there and iron it out without bringing weapons. But what we are saying is that we can also respond. We will also respond if there is the necessity to respond at the civil defense level, at other stakeholders level. Jointly we will respond if there is need for us to respond. But essentially, the Commandant General kept hammering in that, look, you should take these skills to the beneficiary so that we will go beyond sloganeering. Yeah, if you see something, say something. Yes, fine, beautiful. But you can only say something when you know what you have seen. There are people who have seen threats, they don't know that they are threats until they started, manifesting. So we want to give the skills that they will know that, look, this one can constitute dangers. It is not only about the attacks alone, it could be within. Dilapidated buildings could cause anything. When you don't manage your environment very well, it's also cause a lot of things. And part of not managing the environment very well is that you are also not conscious of what happens around you. So attackers, gather, build around of that environment, and when they strike, it's only when we know. It has gotten to manifestation stage. Then you have to start combating. So we are trying to say that let us prevent before such things happen.
All right. Your jurisdiction restricted to the public schools or the general schools, and when you talk about management too of schools, you see some schools that are not properly fenced. Dilapidated building, like you said, are these all part of the?
Yes, sir. They are. It is not about public or private enterprise in education. It is about safety of all schools. In fact, it is not only schools. Everywhere where learning is taking place must be protected. People should be able to go and get their skills without, being afraid of anything. It has nothing to do with whether it is going to be limited to private or public. It is general protection. And where I come from, they have a proverb that says, if you say you should switch on the light so that visitors can see, what about the hosts? They won't close their eyes too. So whatever you are providing in an environment, even the community members are benefiting, because they are also very, very important stakeholders. So if a private school is existing in a place and you are providing security, or public school is in a place you are providing security, it's not going to be limited to those schools alone. So what I'm saying is that it covers all places where learning is taking place.
All right, viewers, is education update. We are looking at Safe School Initiative, and we have the new commander of the National Safe School Response Coordinator Center, Nscdc, Hamid Abodun. You're welcome to the program.
Thank you very much, sir.
Talking about the safety of school, we have a situation where Nigeria has almost the highest number of out-of-school children in the whole world. Not just in Africa, and it's as bad as that. And one of the major problems of out-of-school children is safety. And kids are afraid of going to school because they are afraid of their safety. Where a child will go to school and he or she doesn't know, what will happen to him or her. How most relevant it's what the Nscdc is doing now to see that this initiative hits the ground running.
Well, thank you very much. The issue of out-of-school children, yes, because of some developments in certain places, children for some time couldn't go to school. But out-of-school children is another issue entirely that I know is being addressed by government at various levels to ensure that kids are enrolled, to have their education. But those one who are actually out of school because of, the fear of being safe, I can say categorically that those one, they are if they are still existing, they are very, very limited in number. Not necessarily because the schools are not safe. Because if the schools are not safe in an environment, that environment is also not safe. And that is the truth. But we are saying that specific protection will be made available for schools.
Yeah, but living in an environment, sometimes you do not have a choice.
Yeah.
But going to school is a matter of choice.
It's a choice. But then, you are right. But what I'm saying in essence is that if the environment is well protected, definitely schools will also be inclusive. Now, if you want to also choose, as a matter of fact, it's not even a matter of probably choosing, wanting to go to school. We have a law, we have child protection law that says children of certain age must be in school. So the people should be in school. And if the law says that, of course it behoves on us to also make sure that those who are going to school are really protected.
You may not want to send my child to school if the school will not be safe.
Definitely, that is why we are also putting up this effort to assure parents that their children can go to school and They can go to school without, being afraid of whatever is going to happen to them. It is a joint effort.
Yeah, but talking about assuring parents, you have the Herculean tax, a huge tax.
Yeah.
It's easy when this enlightenment, is carried out in schools in places like the Federal Capital Territory. But what about schools that are in very remote areas?
Yeah.
In places that even sometimes are not motorable.
Well, thank you very much.
Are you going to carry your campaign?
Sure. As I'm talking to you now, sir, I have a training is just going on for personnel from all over Nigeria, from various local governments, from various states, that will go to their respective states after this training that will be ending on Friday, and carry this message to them and take it to them. For instance, I will not be in Abuja here and start inviting somebody from probably Port Harcourt or Maiduguri, a teacher or children, to come and listen to lecture, to come and listen to safety tips. No, but we are doing what we call the trainers. They will go down and cascade this training. They will inject these skills into the beneficiaries. And we don't want to also do it in such a way that we will just create unnecessary, panic situation that people are thinking that they are not safe. I told you, when you are also thinking that you are not safe, it is even worse than the safety, problem itself, because it is just your feeling. But I want to say that beyond, talking, actions are being taken to ensure that each, no matter how remote that place is in Nigeria, these skills are taken to them. We are doing that, and that is what is even ongoing now. And it is a continuous process. There is no static perfection anyway.
All right, some people ask that beyond the role of the Nscdc, as a protection of critical assets and infrastructure, is it also a major part of your mandate? And when was all this, instituted?
Yeah, well, if you look at the national security strategy, it is specifically stated there that we should protect critical assets and infrastructure. Now, schools have also become national assets. Schools have now been securitized, that they should be part of, specific assets that must be protected. Beyond, running after oil, pipeline funders and all that. So schools are also one of the major critical national assets. And come to look at it, if you don't also protect these schools, if the children in schools are not protected, it means the entire future of the nation is not protected. It is as simple as that. Because these school children, they are the entire future. In fact, if their own situation is even going to be worse if they are not protected. If a pipeline is broken or something, we can make repairs. If you leave children unprotected, the damage will be permanent, and the damage will be, in fact, it could be so calamitous for the nation. So that is why every inch of effort is being deployed to ensure that this task is done.
All right, to ensure that the task is done, we're talking about major stakeholders, people who even live in the environment where the schools are located, parents, and even the Ministry of Education, and so many other stakeholders. How it's your synergy, your collaboration with them?
Yeah, I can assure you that we are actually collaborating with everybody, apart from the security agencies that made up the National Response Coordination Center. Yes. Apart from this, we are also engaged. The Ministry of Education is also part of this center that we are talking about. And beside that, even the media, the media also has a major role to play. Part of the synergy is what we are doing here today, that you are able to also call us and let us also speak about the safety in schools. And by the time we develop all these things to fully, there will be a situation whereby even the media will be able to play this major role of alerting the public on certain aspect of it. There won't be any. It will go round. It is going to be mass mobilization, and it's going to be mass education. The only thing that can actually provide, the appropriate vehicle for mass education is the media. So everybody, every stakeholders, even the traditional rulers, they are going to we get them on board, because every school is a local school. Every school is a local school. It must be situated in a locality, and those people who are there, when they also know what to do, then it will make work easy for the security operatives. I always say it that elsewhere, probably in the street of London or New York, if anything happens, within 1, 2, 3, 4 minutes, 1 hour, you are going to get to the clue. It's not about technology, it is about conscious people who can actually give information, and information is intelligence. This is what we are trying to do now. Get people involved, so that all of us will be on the same page. And in fact, if we have criminal elements, he will know that he has no chance to survive, because everybody knows when he is trying to make a move that is negative, to the development of the society.
All right, with the kickstart of this initiative, how much assurance would you give our universities, our colleges, our schools, when it comes to safety?
Yeah, I can, like I said, I've been repeating it, because it is a good initiative. I know an average Nigerian wants anything that's good. We want safety. So I don't see, even when we have criminal elements, even the criminals, they also want to be safe. That's why when they see operatives coming, they also want to run. They don't also, nobody loves to be injured or to be killed. So I am giving you the assurance that definitely Nigerians will accept it, they will accommodate it, and they will let it be part of their own development, because it is going to be, we are going to be beneficiaries at the end of the day. Even those who are in uniform, they know that they are the only one in uniform. Their wife and children are also somewhere. Their parents are somewhere. So that is why everybody will also have to come on board, and get it right, that there's the need for us to have a role to play.
All right, talking about getting it right, there are still some students, if I may say, that are still in the hand of their adopters. Are you also involved in rescuing them?
Yeah, of course. Every security agency is assigned roles to play when it comes to certain aspects of insecurity. Definitely, we are working together. Some people providing intelligence, some people actually, providing kinetic operations, some people providing mediation, a kind of negotiation and all that. So it's definitely, if such things happen, those that have happened in the past, every security agency has a role to play, and that is why that is what we have been doing. You cannot say that in the real sense of it, security operations has no buffer zone. You cannot say this is where my own stop and this is the line of demarcation. So if somebody is kidnapped, people are still going to use the road. So if you are using the road, we also have road safety on the road that could also get 1 or 2 things from them, as information. The NDLEA, we know that many of these criminals are not just doing it, without the hate of drugs and all that. So everybody has a role to play. All we need to do is to act our own part very well, so that we'll get out of this doldrum.
Do you intend to put out maybe a call line or something? Because the protection is not just even within the school premises, even outside the school premises.
Yes, definitely we are doing that. In fact, if you go to the website of this center now, the Safe School Center now.
What's the website?
It is nscdc.org. So when you get to that website, there's a place where you can register your school. You're going to register the school, put the name of the school, put the name of the contact person and the phone number, so that if anything happens and you need immediate help, you just call the number that is on the website, and you'll be attended to. Apart from the fact that we already have emergency line, the 112 thing, where you can be redirected to the appropriate place where you can get the help. So that is what the center is currently doing, registering all schools, so that you know exactly where is what, and instead you won't be perambulating if there is any need to help.
All right, Commandant Hamid Aboduri, the new commander of the National Safe School Response Coordination Center, Nscdc. Thank you for coming for the program.
Thank you very much.
And of course, we're looking forward to seeing that our schools are safer than they are today, and parents, particularly mine, will be at rest that schools are safe. Thank you, and we look forward to having you so that from time to time you tell us the development and progress that you have made so far.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for coming forward.
Thank you, sir.
Alright, viewers, that is the size of educational updates today. Until we come your way again next week, I am Gabriel.